The next, wow, that's moving. Okay, so the next segment is that it's actually going to lead into our guest speaker who's here. Is that we're going to stand up and we're going to be black and proud, and we're going to sing the Negro National Anthem. Now we know this song came out in 1900, and man, it was sung by 500 little school kids on the anniversary of the birthday or whatever of President Lincoln. Lincoln is dead, we're not celebrating today, and we're not 500. But we're gonna sing with the ones that we have. And actually, after the children sung the song in Jacksonville, Florida, I assume it was all black. Because Jacksonville, Florida, if you ever been there, I know when I went, it was nothing but black folks. Actually got adopted by the NAACP, and our speaker, our guest talk is from NAACP. So we're gonna sing in the back of your program, or you can take the hymnal, which is on 506, whichever one you have. All right? Everybody ready? Me. I really need to stop doing it. All right. 1, 2, 3. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing run high as the listening sky. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. All right.
asked to come to speak about the NAACP on today. And but I do have a reading that, if you will allow me, I wouldn't mind doing afterwards. And you know, I just thank God for being here. Give honor to God, give honor to God, to the shepherd of this house, to the angel of this house, to all the members and visitors of this audience today. Truly, I thank God for being here. Thank God for having an opportunity to speak on Black History Month at any time. I want to say that I graduated in 1966 in Brooklyn, New York, and this was our song that we sang. And I did not even know the history at that time when I graduated about this being the Negro National Anthem. So I just feel so proud. Every time I sing this song, I think about graduation day and us singing this song. A mixed group of blacks and whites and Asians and mostly Polish and whatever. But anyway, it was just an awesome day. But as I say, I'm here to talk about the NAACP. LaPorte County does have a chapter of NAACP. Because one of the young people tell me what NAACP stands for.
The National...
Anybody? Okay.
National, I'm sorry, you said young people.
Well, you're a young person, but I wanted one of the younger kids if they knew what the initials were. Nobody. Okay, Bianca.
No, ma'am, keep on talking. I'm not going to be that person today, I'm sorry.
You're not going to be that person today? Okay. Come on, somebody, one of the adults. Okay. The National Association of the Advancement of Colored People. And at one point, when we started saying I'm black and I'm proud, people wanted to change it. But the president at that time said, no, we are not going to change it. And even today, this is 2019, we are still the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People. And that's because that was the title that they gave us as slaves from slavery, that we were colored people. And so that's what they gave us. So what is the mission of the NAACP? The mission of the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People is to ensure political, educational, social, and economic equality of the rights of all persons, and to eliminate race-based discrimination. That is our mission. Our vision statement. The vision of the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People, or the NAACP, is to ensure a society in which all individuals have equal rights without discrimination based on our race. Our objectives. The following statement of objectives is found on the first page of our NAACP Constitution, which we have a website, naacp.org. And our objective is to ensure the political, education, social, and economic equality of all citizens, to achieve equality of rights and eliminate race prejudice among the citizens of the United States, to remove all barriers of racial discrimination through the democratic process, to seek enactment and enforcement of federal, state, and local laws securing civil rights, and to inform the public of the adverse effects of racial discrimination and to seek its elimination and the exercise thereof, to take any other lawful action in furtherance of these objectives, consistent with NAACP Articles of Incorporation. And how we do that is our first and main focus is voter registration. Amen. One of our main jobs is to make sure people are registered to vote. And we don't tell you who to vote for. We are nonpartisan. The NAACP is nonpartisan. We cannot tell you to vote for Democrats only. We cannot tell you to vote for Republicans only. And we cannot endorse as an organization a candidate. We are nonpartisan. And the reason why we have stayed nonpartisan and why we don't, the NAACP as a whole, don't accept money from organization things that want us to be focused on one thing, because 9 times out of 10, they are not upholding everybody's equal rights. And if we start taking money from them and we become partisan, then we can't, fight the way we need to fight, okay? So, we also, in the local chapter, we have been involved in several litigations here in town. You haven't probably heard about them because we haven't gone to the papers with them. We can't just go to the papers anytime something happens. We have to follow the bylaws and constitutions that's laid out for us, and there's a process for it all. But we have received complaints, and we have been able to service the community. One of the complaints, we've received several complaints from people who work for the sanitation department and from the refuse department, and we have helped them get some help in their jobs and receive their promotions that they were scheduled to get, or receive some type of compensation for what they did not receive. We have a young lady right now that we are working on a case. She actually got her case in Elkhart, and the NAACP there was not as strong as our local. And so we have been traveling to Elkhart. Our legal redress person, which is Mr. Wayne Miller at this time, some of you might know him. He has been going there, and we were able to get her case, her sentence lowered from what it was, but her attorney, she had a public defender, wanted her to take a plea arrangement, and we tried to tell her not to take the plea agreement, but she did take the plea agreement. But we're still working with her and getting that plea agreement adjusted, because it's still, the plea agreement was not even fair. They didn't even have a case to try this young lady on, and she's been incarcerated 2 years without being with her children and whatnot. But we're still working with her on that. And so there are cases and things that we're working on, but we can't actually broadcast all of them because people haven't signed, papers saying that we can put their names out there or whatever. And especially when the case is still under, we're still working on it. I will be passing this out afterwards, which tells you when we meet, where we meet, and our officers here in LaPorte County. So I will pass that out. The NAACP, like I said, we do voter registration. We also have a group called AXO that we're working with young people. And AXO is talking about the academics, is our main focus with that, science and technology, and look like I left that paper. We're working out with young people. We have taken the young people down to the State House in fact, we're going tomorrow, Monday, down to the State House with a group of young people who will be working as pagers at the State House. So we are doing that tomorrow, taking some young people there. I think we have 7 that we're taking to the State House tomorrow. Dan Ganquist has been helping us with taking these young people down to the State House and getting them as pagers, working for their senators. And it's been awesome. Every time they come back, they're so excited the same people want to go every time. We keep trying to tell them, we can't take the same people every time. We got to try to, let others find out about it and to work with it. We have helped parents with their children in the school, because we know it's zero tolerance to fighting and whatever in Michigan City area schools, but sometimes that person or those people have been bullied or whatever, and nothing was ever done, and that's why it finally gets to a fight. And so we have helped several parents with their children in the school system. So we do have an education component of the NAACP, where sometimes we don't go to the school board meetings, but we do monitor the school board meetings by watching them and then addressing the issues that we feel are prevalent to us. The Indiana Black Expo has partnered with us with the disparity in Michigan City with our youth on several issues, and so we've been working with them and helping. We've been having focus groups and workshop groups, and it's just hard to get parents and people to get involved, to give us the numbers that we need to really show that we have a force in Michigan City. But we are still working with the disparity and how the classes are assigned to the students, how many students are put in that. The school system has a special with college, and when you get in high school, you got that college course where you can go dual credits. We can get dual credits and whatever. And we're finding that a lot of African Americans aren't being put in there, put in those classes. And so we've been working with the school system trying to get more African Americans put into those dual credit classes. So when they get ready to go to college, they already have, where they're not just freshmen, most of them are sophomores with that dual credit class when they go. I didn't even realize it was that important to get them in there until we started working with the school system and finding out from some of our Caucasian friends that it is true that, you know, it's a help. And so we've been working with that. With the environment, before you guys found out about the NIPSCO plant closing down or whatever, we've been working, the NAACP has been working on that. We've had 2 sessions at Michigan City Library where we was telling people of the dangers and whatever of that plant. And so NAACP has been working with that forever, but seems like, but anyway, so it's coming to fruition that the plant is going to be closed down. Other issues that we've worked on. Anyway, we've been busy. I've been in the NAACP since 2009, and we have been very active in the community, even though people don't seem to think that we are. We are a vital part in the city. There has been changes because of the fact that when I joined the NAACP, I recognized that we were not on a lot of committees, and we were not on a lot of, we were not being represented by the city. I just put it that way. And I know y'all know that. We were not being represented by the city. So what I did as a one person, I got on every board and every commission I could get on in Michigan City so that NAACP could have representation. Amen. So now I'm getting off a lot of those boards and committees. So if you guys want to be on a board or a commission in Michigan City, please contact me. My phone number, I think it's on one of these papers. Anyway, it's 219-561-6906. You'll see me in the community. Just come to me, let me know if you want to be involved. I will help you get involved in the community. I'm trying to get off some of these boards and some of these commissions. I'm getting old, I can't do all that work. So really, please join the NAACP. Of course, I brought applications today. I also, like I say, brought this information sheet to let you know more about the NAACP. And thank you for letting me come in. When you join the NAACP, it's only $30 for a year. You also get the Crisis Magazine that helps you keep up with what's going on throughout the country. By the NAACP, you receive the Crisis Magazine as a member of the NAACP. Okay, any questions?
So, yes, so actually one question you already answered, thank you. The other question that I had was what was the age for one to join if they decide they want to be a part of the NAACP? And my second question was, you talked about the page and many have had that experience. What is the age and process to become a page in the state?
Okay, the age to join, we have the youth membership. The youngest is age 13. You can get a membership age 13 and under. So I guess under. It doesn't have a limit then on the age, because it says age 13 and under for the youth. And the membership is, if you get the junior life, is $25, and you can get a bronze life age 14 to 20. And then the youth with the Crisis Magazine is $10, is $15, and youth without the Crisis Magazine is $10. And, oh, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Adults is $30, and you get a silver life for $750. You pay $75, 10 years, and for that $750, you don't have to do it all at once. Because I chose to do that in 2009, so I'm a life member. Okay. And then you have the gold membership for $150 for 10 years, It comes to $1,500. And then you have the Diamond Life membership, which is $250, and that comes to $2,500. So you can be a Diamond Life, you can be a Gold Life, Silver Life membership. To become a pager, right now, we started in, this is February, we started in January, we had sent out a thing to the school counselors and asked them to get young people that want to sign up to become pagers, and they sign up in their school system, and then they give us the names, and then we just do a slight training with them, just tell them a little bit about the State House or whatever, and that's about it. Then Dan has always set it up with the senator, so I don't know that process. But I do think if you call your senator and let your senator know that you want to be a pager, you can probably still get in, because it goes until March. Then they say stop the paging until March. But I wanted to mention, and I forgot, that the NAACP has started a $1,000 scholarship for the youth. And we, again, contacted the school counselors and told them the criteria, which I didn't bring that with me because it ended already. And we're getting ready to choose those, and we'll have an event coming up, the Trailblazer event, our second annual Trailblazer event, March 23rd, and we will issue those 2 scholarships out to the students. This is our first year doing the scholarships, and we send it to the council, school councils, the criteria for the scholarships, and the youth applied. And we got about, I think she said that we had 8 youth applied for the scholarship, and so they will make their choice between the 8. We're going to try to do a girl and a boy, so make it equal, a male and a female, and it's a $1,000 scholarship that will be given out at our March 23rd event, where we have Shaquita Kelly coming as our speaker. She's Judge Shaquita Kelly from Michigan City. Elder Roger Kelly's granddaughter is going to be our speaker. I do have some placards on that, and I do have tickets. Tickets are $50. I do have tickets, and I have the placard about that. And I think that's it. Any other questions?
I don't
That's
know.
it? Okay, all right, thank you.
One other question
Oh.
I have. So I just heard you talk about the various levels in terms of the $750, is that fee, if one would pay that, is that I heard you say it's lifetime. Is that lifetime just for LaPorte County, or is that lifetime
National.
nationwide? Oh, thank you.
Those are national fees. Those fees are set national. We don't have any local fees that are different. Every now and then we run a membership campaign. We might do reduce the local fee to just $20 for adults, but it's $30 for a year membership. And it doesn't matter how much you pay, you get the same privileges. You don't actually get anything greater. I just did the lifetime membership, so I wouldn't have to pay $30 the rest of my life. So I'm finished with paying. So what I have done though, this is my first year, actually 2019 is when I actually did my membership, but my intention is to sponsor somebody else's membership. And especially the youth, because we're trying to get we're trying to get our youth. The youth actually can have a whole separate branch, and they can do their own thing. They elect their own presidents, their vice president, their secretary, have their own account, treasurer and stuff, they have their own account. They just have a youth advisor over them, and that's what we're going for now, is trying to get it. They also have college branches at the NAACP. I think you had actually joined the college branch of the NAACP. Have college branches at the various colleges in Indiana, especially. Our college branches have been moving and shaking. They're movers and shakers. I know Bloomington has, Fort Wayne, IU, and Indianapolis. I don't remember all of the ones that have college branches in Indiana, but I do know that they've been, because we have actually, tomorrow is the NAACP Legislative Day in the State House. we do a legislative day. But we weren't going because of that. We were going because that was a date that Dan happened to get for us this year. But then we found out that we were right on sync with being down here for Legislative Day. But we do every year. So in February, it's usually the last Monday or Tuesday in February for our Legislative Day. And so we usually start looking for the pagers in December and January for the pagers. So being a member and coming to the meetings, because I kind of stay in my lane, and that's not my lane. We're working with that. So I don't know all of that. My lane, and I'm the secretary and the membership chair, and that's enough right there as far as working. So I don't know exactly who was doing the pagers and the scholarships and all. I mean, I know who's doing them, but I don't know the criteria to give to you. So, but if you come to the meetings, you'll get all that information. So, looking forward to some of you joining and coming to the meetings. Let me just get my paper
I have
myself.
one more question. Someone else has questions. I heard you talk about that the NAACP will work various causes for individuals that, example, the young lady that you referred to in Elkhart. What's the process in the NAACP selecting which cases that they, because I'm sure you get a myriad of cases, which cases that you actually are going to work or to do? And then secondly, is there a cost to the individual if they reached out to the NAACP and said, I need your help?
No, there's no cost. We have a complaint form that you fill out, and as long as it's racism, discrimination, age bias, disability, we can do those. Pretty much the same as EEOC, and there is no cost to you. We go as far as we can with the cost, if there's any cost involved. Sometimes there's no cost involved, except for maybe filing the paperwork or getting copies made. And so there's no cost to you to file a complaint with the NAACP. There is a form that you have to fill out, giving us the authority and to go and ask for the records and things, giving us permission to ask for the records. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.